Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. So, if you've been following the program in this past few weeks, you note that one of the most, I can say one of the most talked about topics we had was the unemployment rate. And it has been a problem because right now we're sitting at over 35% of the population of South Africa, which is unemployed. And the most of it, about 45.5% of it, is the youth. So questions always rise in terms of what are our solutions. And subhanAllah, we have one right here. So joining me on this discussion, inshallah, regarding the entrepreneurial and the holiday job week led by Madinah to ul-Huda in Letlhabile is our big brother. And subhanAllah, I think he's become a regular on the show also. Jazakallah khaira, brother Alrich Abdullah Brown, all the way from I call it the mother city because that's where the heart is pounding. Subhanallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, akhi, and welcome to the show.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Akhi, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for having me. Once again, alhamdulillah.
Barakallah. It's always a pleasure because, especially in such groundbreaking programs like these, I think, subhanallah, we have to and we need to share this with the world because every time we talk about unemployment, the youth issues that we are facing, there's always problems that are being piled up, but none are actually bringing up solutions. So, hence, we need such programs like this actually to be showcased. Now, before we go far, inshallah, can you explain for us, inshallah, what is the Entrepreneurial and Job Week about and what is the main point of starting such an initiative, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah. So basically, this whole initiative is a long game, right? We're playing it long. From getting the kids ready, from a basic point of view, to actually them going out and doing what they need to do. So, alhamdulillah, this thing started. It used to be a talk, like just a talk and what can we do. And then I remember the June holidays. One of our students asked me, "No, Sheikh, there's no holiday job." So I was like, "Hey, subhanallah. Okay, let's see what we can do." And alhamdulillah, I started like talking to people around here or around Brits and just like pitching this thing to them. And alhamdulillah, it seems like it caught fire. So alhamdulillah, so far we've got about, I think it's 4 companies that are ready to host the learners. So that'll include skills like your data capturing, merchandising, warehousing, that type of thing. There's one specific company that's moving now to a new premises where they'll be setting up the new offices. So the boys will be assisting there as well. So the main thing was for the boys to learn self-sustainability. It started off with, okay, no, the guys will go in the streets and like sell bananas, veggies, whatever it's gonna be, just to get them going. But then later on, it went into a direction, So all our boys and girls are not the same. So not everyone wants to be in the street selling. Not everyone wants to be in the office data capturing. So alhamdulillah, it has opened up many opportunities for them to learn and also to grow, inshallah, and also earn something, yeah, and a little bit something for the holidays. Alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah. It's interesting because you've mixed up all the, I can say, the ends of where a person can end up, inshallah, in the future.
No,
More specifically,
no,
if you want to be a successful, rather, dunya, if you want to be successful and progressive human being, it's either you
no,
end up working in system, subhanallah. Just the
no.
name just escaped my mind quickly. Like you mentioned, data capturing in the office. You
The
mentioned
corporate world, yeah.
also corporate world, yes, and also a person can end up working maybe in a initiative whereby the person is demanded to learn skills like maybe
No,
be an apprentice to a mechanic, etc., artisan
no,
skills, etc., or a person can be an entrepreneur where
yeah.
they started their own
Alhamdulillah.
business, subhanallah. And
Exactly.
these are
Yeah.
points I believe we need to scratch all of them, all the surfaces. Like you mentioned that the boys and the girls are not the same. Each has their own device where they will end up in, and we need to also inshallah assist by guiding. Now in terms of the parents, now this is a very
Sure.
important question, I believe in my head, is that what does the role mean for the parents in this type of a program? Because one is that, for example, I, as a parent, my child is at home now for holiday. One is either I want them to be out because they'll drive me mad in the house, or
Yeah,
two, you want to keep an eye on them. Now, for those
yeah.
two type of parents, how does this program now become beneficial for them, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah. So talking to our parents, is actually one guy that messaged me and said, "Hey, I've got a teenager boy, my firstborn.
Hmm.
I'd like to send him onto this thing, one of these programs." So I was like, yeah, Alhamdulillah, send him on because this thing, sometimes the parents or the kids are not themselves in front of the parents. Like
Right,
I'm not myself. I'm not who I am now in front of my parents. You try to be like sweet boy, and you try to be like
right.
good. And so with collaboration with us as with our madrasa as well, we now become the link between the student and the parent, right? So we'll tell the
Mm,
parents like, hey, bro, this is what the light is on about. This is what the light is saying. So try to work on this. Try to do that.
right,
And also we can give them like tips. Like, hey, your boy is good at, for example, sales. He can talk.
right,
He can sell.
right,
So
right.
then why now would you then make him do history? Why would
Mm,
you now make him do accounting? So it
right,
doesn't
right.
it doesn't it doesn't make sense. So with these type
Subhan.
of programs, the boys firstly get to know themselves, and
Mm,
we obviously get to know them, because sometimes someone knows you better than yourself. So
100%.
it's also to test them and for them to learn as well, uh, about themselves, and that's the most important thing.
Subhan.
With regards to parents, alhamdulillah, I think these type of initiatives will really assist them to know the kids as well, because some of us don't know the capability of our children. So that's where we come in
Subhan.
and try to make the link or foster the bond or whatever link they can be, inshallah, and then we try to move.
Subhan. So it's very interesting because now you're mentioning the skills that you get to know from these youngsters. That's like aptitude, learning their aptitude and where,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
inshallah, we can push them.
yeah,
I remember, when looking at the different systems of education in the world, you find that countries like China, they start nurturing kids at a young age. Some say to as early as 2 years of age,
yeah.
that they would know where the child can go. So, which means for the rest of the child's life, for maybe 15 years, they are studying to be a doctor or mathematician or an
Um,
athlete, so they don't have to waste 12 years of their lives like how our, unfortunately, I'm a teacher myself, so I think I have a green card of
yeah,
saying
yeah.
this, that our education system, a modern education system, is a flawed, because you cannot go through 12 years of school and have no skill at the end, and not
100%.
know, you know it's like after that motor comes out and they're hungry, they are
They
tired
don't know.
also at the
Yeah,
same time, they don't know where to go, subhanallah. So through this, inshallah, I believe we can, inshallah, navigate how to go about it, inshallah ta'ala. And now you
inshallah.
mentioned earlier on how the businessmen and companies who came through to offer um, workplace or space for the youngsters. Now,
Yeah,
how, if someone is interested enough to give off jobs in this holiday, what is the
no.
step for them to come through, inshallah, to assist,
So
and
for
how
now,
can, no,
no, for now, just to contact us. Obviously, we're in Brits now, right? So if a guy is sitting in Johannesburg and he'll be like, "Hey, how do I assist?" For now, this is the start of the initiative. This is a kickoff. So it's like basically our pilot project, I would say, because
mm,
we have the idea. We inshallah will have the execution, but obviously things won't be perfect. Nothing will be like perfect at this stage. So it's like a trial and error run. That's why we call it like the pilot project, to see like for future what's to be done. You won't believe, actually, we got uh, contact from Cape Town to Lodium to Durban. So this thing is like
subhanallah,
viral. So imagine if we had the network or the resources to actually foster a network of guys that actually contribute to this thing. This thing could boom.
mm,
So the yeah, a lot of people across country are calling in, like students, specifically students. Hey, assalamu alaikum, I'd like to be part of this thing. And then obviously we'd have to say, hey, sorry man, you're a bit out of reach, you're a bit out of. So if we can set up and plan it nicely, like, yeah, now the planning of it is not like the most perfect, but inshallah we'll
mm,
carry on the out the execution, and then as we go we'll learn. So the next round we'll know, okay, December holidays bit longer.
Mm.
We'll start talking to guys in Cape Town, in Durban, in Pretoria, in Joburg, and then this thing can grow, inshallah. But the main thing I think is the support from those who can, those who are able, inshallah, to support in whichever manner they can, whether be it hosting kids, or whether it's going to be giving them stock to go sell, or whether it's going to be sponsoring them, anything, whatever it's going to be. But inshallah, support is needed. And now, inshallah, I think this is quite a great initiative for the boys, for the students, girls. They're quite excited, alhamdulillah.
No, mashallah. And the age I see here is from 14 to 19. There was another brother a week ago was asking me. He said that age he has actually went past the age. Now, what happens to him? He's above 20, and
Yeah,
he's
you see.
interested in.
Yeah, so we get like now queries like that also. So alhamdulillah, inshallah, in future we'll try to structure it nicely. We'll have like a nice, category for category. Okay, these
Right.
guys here, that guys, these guys, this guy, this guy. So inshallah, going forward, for now we're just on a pilot run, pilot project, and see how it goes. Obviously, we're gonna learn a lot, and then
Mm.
next time our pitching, our presentation will be much better, inshallah.
No, 100%, inshallah, because I mean, everything has to start somewhere. Again,
No,
we going back to the point of we've had so many cries in terms of issues and problems, unemployment rate, youngsters who are just
um,
sitting home after matric doing nothing. Others don't even know what they need to do with their life, what to do with their
no,
lives. Especially now in the
no.
holiday times, the parents are going to have a lot of headaches.
Hey,
So
headache,
having such,
headache.
subhanallah, so having such a program, I believe that it is a start. Yes, you mentioned that not everything is perfect, but it's a step where
No,
we learn, and we know that inshallah by December time we'll have a better projection of what to do, how to do it, inshallah. And again, for those inshallah, just want to display one more time the poster for those who are interested again in being in touch regarding the program. The program again is starting next week Monday, yeah, if I'm correct, brother Abdullah.
inshallah, yeah.
So it's from next week Monday, inshallah, up until Friday. That is from the 23rd until the 27th. And inshallah, for all those learners who are at home, have nothing to do, I want to get busy and try to learn a few skills, inshallah, here's the opportunity for yourselves.
No,
I've been trying to pitch this in my own community in Winterfeld, and subhanallah, only my brother actually rose his hand. The other guys are just not budging yet. But inshallah, I believe we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Slowly, inshallah, we'll get there.
inshallah.
Uh, Another important thing, Akhi, before we forget, is also collaboration. I believe collaboration is very important because I was speaking to Dr. Faisal just before this of Semnet, and he was saying that, look, when it comes to point of dawah of any development, we can't gatekeep such things. Like you mentioned that you had calls from Cape Town, from
Yeah, yeah,
KZN, Durban, for example, from Joburg. Now you
yeah.
can't say that, you know what, this is our own initiative, start your own stuff. No, we
No,
can actually say, you know what, this is how we start.
collaboratively, yeah.
Exactly.
If
So,
if guys in Durban can run with it, then run with it, akhi.
Bismillah.
Whether it's ul-Huda Foundation, bro, at the end of the day, these lighties was just, they have to develop themselves. And it's nice, man. I mean, being a student, having a holiday job, right? You know how it's like life changing because you actually learn. You go back to school with something that you've learned. You've actually
True.
learned whether it's cashier. Being a cashier as a student is I would say one of the best things because now you're learning so many skills unknowingly. First of all, is
Mm,
customer service,
mm,
right? Second of all is accounting. Third of all is like customer liaison. You like the communication manager. Call it that if you want. Fourth of all, you're like the face of the company. So
mm,
in that you develop yourself as a person, as a young boy or young girl, and subhanallah, it can do wonders, especially the cashier, because I like it a lot. I've worked as a cashier myself when my one of my second, third job. It used to be in the retail, fuel and retail. So it was at the fuel station. So I
right.
was part of the management team, but I would like get out the office, bro, and go hit the till. Because it's like
Mm,
just nice. You just like interact with people.
no.
You're just moving. You're just operating. It's something that's really, really, it's really something good.
Oh, subhanallah. Let's keep on pushing, inshallah. For now, I
Inshallah.
just would love to take a short break, and when we return, inshallah, we go deeper into the
Right, was-
discussion because I believe a lot of people are excited about it, and many are wondering why isn't this happening in their own area. So, inshallah, do get in
yeah.
contact, and we are more than willing and ready to liaise with people in those areas. So, let's take a break, inshallah.
Oh.
When we return, we'll continue, inshallah.
Our brothers and sisters in Palestine are enduring unimaginable hardships. Ashraful aid teams are on the ground delivering crucial aid to those in need. But we can't do it alone. Palestine is suffering and they need your help. Your support can make a world of difference. Visit www.ashrafulaid.org today and donate to bring hope, relief, and healing to those who are in need.
Hey Gulam,
Yeah?
did I return your lawnmower last month?
No, bye, you didn't.
Oh no. Now what'll I do? I wanted to borrow it again, man.
With Randry Jewelers, you won't have to borrow or lend because the prices are so well trimmed on all gold and diamond jewelry. Alternatively, we could remake your old jewelry into a brilliant new design. Visit Randry Jewelers at 151 Stevens Lamini Road, Musgrave, Durban. Randry Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Islamic Relief presents the Voices for Gaza tour. Join us in Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and Pretoria from the 26th to the 30th of August for an unforgettable week of Qira and awareness featuring international reciter Qari Idi Shaban and renowned speaker Sheikh Zahir Mahmood. Follow us on social media for further updates. Let's raise our voices for Gaza.
World-class financial services only at Sapphire Global, your financial partner. If you are looking for Islamic Sharia and ethical financial products, look no further. Sapphire Global offers a wide range of financial service offerings from short-term to life and investments. A full-service center with all financial requirements under one brand. Our highly skilled and experienced consultants are ready to help protect your financial future. Contact us on 041 001 0184 or visit our website on www.sapphireglobalfs.com. Sapphire Global is an authorized financial services provider.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Welcome back. So, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Entrepreneurial and the Job Week program, which is being hosted by Madinah ul-Huda in Letlhabile, Red side. And again, the last point we mentioned before we went is that it's not only demarcated for the Brits people only in terms of to run the project, but other places also, if they have the initiative, they want to start such a similar project, or even maybe they can come up with something interesting more. MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you, Habibi? Where have you been hiding? MashaAllah. Welcome. Now, Mahi, so the next point now, it's in terms of, again, we were speaking about learning skills like being a cashier, client service, customer services, etc. And when it comes to other projects like the artisanry skills, do we have any of the mechanics who are able to take up some, what you call them, Subhanallah, just forgot the word. It was just there in my mind. Subhanallah. Now, is there any possible that you can get some mechanics or maybe people in welding who can teach our
Mechanics.
younger?
Mechanics, there are mechanics around, but not that we have spoken to, not like in our circle. But
Right.
yeah, there is actually one brother. Actually, inshallah, he can play his part. But for now, no mechanics yet. There is one brother plumber. I approached him and asked him, Akhi, would you be able to host a few of the boys, like one or two? He said, hey, I might need 5.
Subhanallah.
He's a plumber. He does like
Oh,
plumbing
beautiful.
and stuff. So alhamdulillah,
Subhanallah.
he's
Actually,
quite
interesting. My cousin, Subhanallah. Looks like the
inshallah.
network. Okay. The network
No.
just cut there for a few seconds, but it's back, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
No.
So I was actually pointing out to the plumbing point. My cousin is actually doing a plumbing course, and he was telling me that there's one thing that you don't understand how vast the spectrum of being a plumber is. From the outside, we can criticize them, we can look down upon them, but the
Yeah,
moment you
yeah.
get into the trade, subhanallah, I was actually speaking to one plumber who was doing some work by my place, and
Yeah.
we were talking about how people from outside they look down upon you, but look. This guy came to only check it was a geyser issue, I think I remember, and to just check he charged me about $500. I think it was
Yeah.
550. Then to
Yeah.
change, it was a valve he needed to change. That to change the valve, I needed to buy the valve myself.
Yeah.
So he came, it didn't even take him an hour. It was like less than 30 minutes. He changed the
Boom,
thing, he
boom,
was
boom.
done, he's gone. And in my head, I'm thinking that if this guy has about 5 clients a day, subhanallah, how much is he actually making for himself?
Yeah, yeah.
And the more, if he's mobile, the better, because he can move to one place and
You
another
can move
easily.
around. Yeah.
Exactly. So I believe these are, I always actually stress out to my students also that, don't look down upon plumbers, don't look down upon the person who's doing welding, because we know welders
Yeah.
also, we need them. With the crime in South Africa, we need these butler doors,
Regular bus.
gates, etc. Burglar bars.
Yeah.
So there's a job opportunity, but we need
Um,
to, again, emphasize, inshallah. And in the other trades, are there other trades, inshallah, who came through to give
no
some
other
job?
trade specifically. There's more. So we've got your vendor. We've got like
Mm-hmm.
cashier, data capturing. We've
Mm-hmm.
got assistance by a mining. There's one company, is a mining company. They would do mining supplies. Obviously, the boys aren't gonna go on shaft now because they're still underage. So this weekend we'll be finishing up all the paperwork with regards to consent. Just to give the parents might just give consent that they're actually allowing their boys or their children, their girls, to be
Right,
on work premises for educational purposes,
right,
right? And
right,
not it mustn't be a thing of child laborers next, and then
right.
hey,
Yeah,
you've been being locked up
they're being
for
stewed,
child laboring, and hey, so
sweatshops.
inshallah this weekend we're finalizing the paperwork stuff. Not much, just for us to be like on the same page. The parents, I'm pretty sure they'll be like super excited.
Subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah. There's one thing actually that came to our talks, me and myself and another brother. I think it was yesterday or
Mm,
today. So he was talking about halal haram, like how
right.
we as Muslims are. We like, hey, is this thing haram? Hey, is this thing halal? But now you classify something to be haram, fairly so fine, sharp, we understand. But now, what's the alternative?
Mm,
Right. For example, I gave him an example of the nikah. I'm telling him,
right.
yeah, we know like zina and mjolo and dating and that is not allowed, it's not right. But what alternative do we have for the boys and girls? Are we having like any conferences, nikah, like the one that we've been planning? But
Mm,
Allahu alam, why is
mm,
it's delaying? But
right.
why don't we have like more of these things? Why doesn't every single Muslim town in the country have like a
Mm,
board that does like nikah stuff, like, because now you're telling the boys and girls, yeah, dating is haram, don't date, don't go on a date, blah, 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 blah. But what you're doing about it, like,
nothing.
come up with a solution. Yeah, we understand it's haram, we know that, fine, sure, but now what's going to happen? What's next? Because there's no
Yeah,
alternative.
true.
So stuff like this, man, we really need to work on as a ummah,
Mm,
the development of
100%.
the ummah, like the comprehension, because this is what the visionary was about, like the development of the entire ummah.
Mm,
Another example we spoke about was the widow thing. What was it? The widow welfare type of thing. So there's another brother, he died, he passed away. So now his wife is behind. She's from Zimbabwe. So
mm,
now there's another brother taking care of her. So he asked me a very important question. Like, we were just driving. He's like, what do the other people do in this situation, like
situation.
non-Muslim?
Right. Sure. Subhanallah. Seems like the network has came again and it's gate crashing. So inshallah, we'll try and get Brother Abdullah back. While we're doing that, inshallah, I'll just give a recap, inshallah, of what we're actually discussing here for those who just joined. So we're discussing the upcoming entrepreneurial and holiday job week, which is being hosted by Madinah ul-Huda. And subhanallah, this is for the students mostly, because we need them to learn skills that inshallah that will help them in the future to navigate where they want to be. Brother Abdullah was mentioning how this also helps the parents in learning the aptitude of their children. So after the whole program, we have an evaluation process whereby, for example, if a youngster chose to do, for example, sales, he got some stock and he was selling, and then he got his profits and whatever, then we see that, okay, this youngster is very well motivated in this field, then maybe he must focus on business management, inshallah. Or maybe we have someone who would like to do data capturing in the office, and they are very well with the corporate world, and this can push them inshallah to do that as a career, or push that towards being a career for themselves inshallah in the future, instead of pushing them to do something whereby after 15 years of schooling, then to just hear the child complain that they have wasted their time and they have no skill whatsoever. Again, I'm emphasizing back on the point that our current educational system needs to be evaluated, needs to be aligned to the realistic points of life. What am I trying to say here is that after the 15 years, because now it's 15 years, a child starts at triple R at the moment. So triple R, you go to grade R, that's 3 years. You go from grade 1 to 12, that's another 12 years, and that's 15 years already in school. Then you add about 4 more years, 3, 4, or even 5 at some different institutions. Then 20 years of schooling, and the child doesn't have a skill. Subhanallah. So let's now help, inshallah, for the parents, most importantly, help navigate our children's future through such programs, inshallah, especially in the holidays. Again, holidays, yes, the children are supposed to be resting, but make it beneficial for them also, their rest, while learning valuable skills, and programs like this, inshallah, which will be running through, inshallah. So this is the initiative, the pilot of the project, and it will recur all holiday seasons, and December will be big because it's longer, and we know many companies will be short-staffed, etc. So they will be coming up and asking for assistance, inshallah, and that will be provided with all the collaborations which is there. So for any information, you can call Brother Alrich Abdullah. The number is on the screen on 073 495 7504, or Brother Yaqub, the Amir Sab, 078 172 1320. And subhanAllah, another amazing thing is that the two brothers' contacts are also entrepreneurs in their own fields. Brother Abdullah runs his own cleaning company, and Brother Yaqub has his pool maintenance company also. And they use all those proceeds to develop the community of Letlhabile at Madinah, ul-Huda. SubhanAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to understand the importance of such points and programs, so that we can push for a better future, especially for our kids, the youngsters, the youth, who are our future. And let's make sure that we raise them well. It is Thursday evening, inshallah, and we should remember to read a lot of durood upon the greatest of mankind, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa barak wa sallim. Read the Surah Al-Kahf, inshallah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection from the ways of life which are creeping in, which are pulling us away from our sense of iman, sense of haqq, the truth, which is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And please keep our brothers and sisters in your du'as throughout the world. Palestine, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Somalia, Sudan, Kenya also. There's some underlying problems we're finding in each and every country. Congo also, the silent giant which people are not saying much about. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for them and grant them stability and success, inshallah ta'ala. Until we meet again, inshallah, next week, Thursday evening, inshallah, we'll try and have a special program for Quran next week. There is a program that should be in a few days. There should be posters flying around regarding the Quran program and clear off, inshallah ta'ala. Great lineup, inshallah, and amazing setup, inshallah ta'ala. Please do stay tuned, as the information will be relayed along the week, inshallah. Once again, from Yunus Kawanga here at the Salam Media Studios with my main man Sadiq, who's the studio operator, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.